Good morning, dear students. Let's begin our physics class. It's our session 2 of physics in continuation with NCERT, chapter number 10, motion and measurement of distances. Today we are starting with the second part of the chapter, motion. As aforesaid, it is a state of objects in which they are moving. That is, they are changing their place with changing time. As we see on 10 seconds, if some object is at any place, after 20 seconds we see that it has moved farther. That means it is in motion. Now, what is the meaning of rest? All the stationary objects means which are not in motion, that is, they do not change their place with the time, are at rest. Now, there are some types of motion which we need to discuss given in your NCERT. The first is the rectilinear motion. Now, see, when the objects change their position with time along a straight line, when they are moving in a straight line and they are changing their position with the time, this type of motion is rectilinear motion. The circular motion. Now, when a body moves in a circular path, this motion is known as circular motion. The examples include motion of a stone tied in thread and whirled. You tie a stone with a thread and you hold the thread and you rotate it. That is a circular motion stone will perform. Similarly, motion of a blade of electric fan, and similarly motion of second hand in a clock or any hand of the clock. And in the circular motion, the object remains at same distance from the fixed point. Suppose in a fan or in a merry-go-round, we see each of the carrier will remain at the same distance from the center of that merry-go-round. Now let's see the rotational motion. Motion in which a whole body moves about an axis is called rotational motion. There should be a fixed axis on which the body or the mass of the body should move, like motion of a top. Top, in a spinning top, the bottom needle is its axis on which the whole mass rotates. Let's see the periodic motion. Periodic means regular. So motion in which an object repeats its motion after a fixed interval of time is called periodic motion. Now examples include oscillations of pendulum. So here, oscillation of pendulum, the pendulum will come to its original position after a fixed interval of time, and hence it is a periodic motion. Similarly is the motion of the swing. Now there are some cases, students, where we see that more than two types of motions are performed by same kind of body. Like we see Earth, so it do two types of motion. The first is that it do rotational motion as it rotates on its axis, and the second one we see is that it also do circular motion as it rotates around the sun. In some situation, the motion of an object may be combination of two or more of the above mentioned types of motions. Example, like motion of a ball on the ground. Here the ball is rotating about an axis, but the axis itself is moving along a straight line. Thus, the ball executes a rectilinear motion as well as a rotational motion. And the motion of Earth, that is, the Earth executes rotation on its axis and also the revolves around the sun. So these are the special cases which you need to learn, very important. Now let's revise some of the important things that we have discussed today. That is circular motion. When a body moves in a circular path, its motion is circular motion. Distance, so it is a measurement of gap between the 2 points in certain units like meter, centimeter or millimeter. It is called distance. What is a measurement? So measurement means the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. It is very important definition. What is a motion? It is a state of object in which they are moving, that is, they are changing their place with respect to time. What is a periodic motion? So a motion in which an object repeats its motion after a fixed interval of time is called a periodic motion. And what do you mean by rectilinear motion? So when the objects change their position with the time along a straight line. So there should be a straight line for the rectilinear motion. This is a rectilinear motion. And what are the SI units? So in October 1960, the 12th General Conference on Weight and Measure allotted the international system of units to maintain a uniformity, that is, to maintain a same value everywhere on the world. So this system of units is called SI units. Now what are the units of measurement? So measurement means the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. This we already know, and this known fixed quantity is called the unit of measurement. In ancient times, man used to move only on foot and carry goods. That was all we have discussed, and this is all that you need to learn. So that's all for today, students. We have completed this whole chapter, and also along with that you try to solve NCERT questions and read NCERT book very carefully. Mark the important lines over there, as this whole chapter is numerical based. Thank you and have a nice day.